It's not about the fighter. Never is it? You know, but poor old Joe. They've done him a raw deal, I think. But I say it as I'm truthful. They should have had more brains. It was a fucking pathetic move. It really was.
My dad he's got his own opinions, and he probably doesn't want his son to box to risk getting hurt or injured. So it's a concerned parent, and you know I respect his opinion.
How long will you give Josh?
I don't want to put no deadlines on. I'm not interested in all that. He either wants to do it or he doesn't. It is what it is. Like I said earlier, if they want to fight, they'll fight. If they don't, they don't. There's not much I can do about it. Now or never, isn't it, really? When is it going to be happening? This year, next year, 27, 29? When we're 45 each, I don't know.
Watch him bounce around and float around the ring. Even I felt good watching him. Don't get me wrong, there was a few little nasty bits, but it's a very, very great thing to see your person you love do what he loves.
Time to return, and do you think he will?
No, I don't want him to return. He's done enough, and I don't want him going. I don't want to see my son.
John Fury explodes after Tyson Fury's latest fight performance, completely unimpressed with what he saw in the ring. He believes there is nothing left for Tyson Fury at this stage of his career and claims the fight was boring and far from elite level. In his eyes, retirement is the only option left for Tyson Fury right now.
It was a fucking pathetic move. It really was. You know, because if it was me, I'd say, right, we're going to get a world title shot. We'll just tick over. We'll get this. You might not get the same amount of money, but you're going to get the win. The big money will come. The big money ain't going to fucking come now. And you ain't got big money for that. What I call big money anyway. But listen, it is what it is.
The one thing I do know is I really enjoyed myself tonight, and I was so happy to be back. And now I know why I returned, because I just fucking love it. Yeah. I love it. I love going out. I love the reception. I love the dancing on the stage, the fireworks. It was just an unbelievable experience, and to be away from here for 4 years to come back to that, what a welcome home present that was.
John Fury continues his brutal criticism of Tyson Fury after the fight, openly saying there is nothing left in him at this stage of his career. He insists the performance was flat and uninspiring, arguing that Tyson Fury should seriously consider retirement. In his view, the fight showed a lack of sharpness and hunger, fueling his belief that the best version of Tyson Fury is already gone.
Ain't Anthony Joshua next? I'm not interested in boxing. I'll eat 1,000 Easter eggs, go up to 35 stone, I'm out. I'm not interested. It's either him or I'm gone again. I'm not interested at all. I'm not interested in up-and-comers. I'm not interested in someone trying to prove a point over me. I don't care. I don't care about rankings. I don't care about belts. I only care now about AJ. That fight. That's the defining fight for British boxing.
Listen, Tyson's done his bit, hasn't he? You know, but again, you know, with Tyson it don't sit well because of...
Carl Froch highlights Tyson Fury's strong position after another solid performance, saying he is fully prepared for the biggest fight. Tyson Fury is being backed as the fighter pushing the momentum forward, while questions remain around Anthony Joshua's approach. Fans still want that face-to-face moment to make everything feel real.
The person that don't want that fight, or sounded like they didn't want the fight, was Anthony Joshua. Talking about not stealing his thunder or whatever. I think the fight's going to happen. I think the fight is happening, and we're all looking forward to it. But Tyson Fury deserves respect, deserves credit, and yeah, we've got to acknowledge that he's just had a solid 12 rounds against a game opponent, and he got some good work in there, and that will set him up for the Anthony Joshua fight. And I'd like to see these two come together a little bit and just be face to face, up close and personal. Then you know it's real.
Eddie Hearn makes it clear Tyson Fury is the one driving the narrative and trying to control the terms of the fight, while Anthony Joshua stays confident in his position. Tyson Fury's confidence is being questioned, but also respected for pushing the biggest fight in boxing, as tension builds between both camps with nothing officially signed yet.
AJ called him the landlord in there. Is he just sick of the years of back and forth at this point?
Because he wants to call the shots, Fury. He always has done. And that's why the fight never happened. So AJ's just saying, look, you need me, you're calling me, and you'll get me. Yeah, the fight, very confident the fight will happen, but at the moment, nothing signed.
Fury said AJ's terrified. Obviously you don't agree, but yeah, what do you make of that?
Terrified of what? That tonight?
Yeah.
You think you'd be terrified of that? Come on. Even Fury fans, as I was walking out tonight, not the same energy. They know.
Derek Chisora brings pure fire to the debate, criticizing the recent performance and questioning the excitement levels in Tyson Fury's fights. While he still respects the bigger picture, Tyson Fury remains the central attraction in the boxing world, with the Anthony Joshua clash still seen as the fight that could redefine everything.
Fight, nobody sat the fuck down. Everybody was buzzing. His fight, we fucking fell asleep. He cannot give us any. I don't even know why he's calling out AJ. AJ will fucking smoke him. He needs to relax when I call shout out. That fight was shit.
Shane Fury gives a very honest take on how the Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua dynamic has shifted over the years. He admits that the gap is no longer as wide as it once looked, showing that both fighters are now closer than ever in terms of physical prime. Tyson Fury is still backed as the slight favorite, but the respect for Anthony Joshua has clearly grown. The fight is now seen as a real 50-50 war depending on timing and sharpness, rather than dominance alone.
5 or 6 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago, however long it would have been, it'd have been 75-25 Tyson. Now it evens up. The odds is evened up. I reckon I'd favour Tyson, but it's a close one. Both men's aged. It's just who's aged most, you know what I mean?
Tommy Fury adds more pressure into the situation by suggesting Anthony Joshua complicated a fight that could have been made simple. Tyson Fury is being presented as fully ready and willing, putting the responsibility on Anthony Joshua to respond. This builds the narrative that Tyson Fury is leading the charge while the biggest British fight continues to hang on negotiations and timing rather than ability or desire.
I don't know. I feel like all AJ had to say was, I accept. But he was going around the houses like too much. And, I don't know, it just didn't really make sense. Literally, all he had to say was, I accept, I'll see you soon. But I don't know, Tyson put the ball in his court, so it's all on his terms. Now Tyson's ready to go.
Adam Smith breaks down the latest behind-the-scenes situation, hinting that Tyson Fury may already be locked in while uncertainty remains around Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury is being positioned as the fighter moving faster in negotiations, keeping fans hopeful for a massive announcement. The pressure now shifts heavily onto Anthony Joshua's side as speculation continues to grow around whether he will officially commit or delay the biggest fight in British boxing.
As I said, I thought that the fight would be certainly teased, if not agreed, in the ring afterwards for September. That's what I've been hearing. But yeah, we heard in the press conference Tyson Fury signed, and maybe AJ.
Frank Warren fuels the intensity by highlighting Tyson Fury's public call-out and the lack of response from Anthony Joshua in that moment. Tyson Fury is clearly portrayed as the one pushing for action in the ring, while fans and promoters demand the fight happens next. The pressure is building massively now as the entire boxing world aligns behind the idea that Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is the fight everyone wants and expects to see next.
10 years is gone, let's talk about today. What did you just see?
Tyson called him out.
There
AJ didn't get up in the ring. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, you've got to ask him that. It doesn't matter. What he needs to do is get in the ring with him next. That's what everybody wants to see. Did you hear everybody? They all want to see the fight.
We want to see the fight.
The whole nation wants to see.
Sugar Hill and Joseph Parker give a balanced view on the situation, acknowledging both the excitement and the hesitation surrounding the fight. Tyson Fury is still seen as the driving force behind the call-out, pushing for clarity and commitment. At the same time, they recognize that Anthony Joshua's timing and mindset also play a major role in whether this mega fight finally happens or continues to be delayed.
Wait for it to happen. I mean, it's been talked about for the last 10 years. And Tyson said what he said tonight and gave him the opportunity to answer back. I'm not sure why. It would have been nice to see them in the ring to face off, you know. So I guess as fighters,
it would have been nice just to say yes.
Or say yes, yeah.
But listen, Anthony Joshua's been through something, and you know that has to be respected as well. When he feels like he's ready, then he'll say something, you know, hopefully or whatever. Or if he doesn't, he doesn't. I mean, it's just life. But
Spencer Brown breaks down the stylistic differences and why Tyson Fury remains a nightmare matchup for anyone in the heavyweight division. He highlights that while Anthony Joshua carries serious power, Tyson Fury's movement, size, and ring IQ make him far harder to physically control or break down. Tyson Fury is being praised as the more adaptable and unpredictable fighter, someone who can adjust mid-fight and frustrate opponents over 12 rounds. This adds more weight to the argument that Tyson Fury holds the advantage in any elite-level showdown, especially against fighters who rely heavily on timing and power.
Does Anthony Joshua hit as hard as Makhmedov? Of course he does. But does he get to Tyson as easy? I don't think so.
Tyson said in the week he thinks AJ and Makhmudov will be a 50-50
It's two
fight.
different. You've got to remember, it's a 50-50 fight, but you've got to remember this. Tyson's not, AJ's not a wrestler, so it's going to be easy to catch than Makhmudov. I'm telling you, it'll be a totally different fight, total different physical confrontation between those two, and I still think Tyson wins the confrontation.
Andy Lee reflects on the long-awaited showdown and how it has become more than just a fight, turning into a massive global event. Tyson Fury remains the key attraction due to his personality and star power, with fans still heavily invested regardless of timing concerns. Even if both fighters are past their absolute peak, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is still seen as a blockbuster clash that would define an era and deliver massive attention worldwide.
I think it's a great fight for boxing and for fans. I don't think even man really needs it now. But it's been so long going on. Is it past sell-by date? Probably, but still, it's going to be the biggest. Look how big any Mike Tyson event is, even though how old it, I mean, so people are going to get behind it. And it will be a fight for the ages in terms of an event and in terms of the two guys fighting each other. They're both great fighters. And
Frank Warren fully backs Tyson Fury's approach, describing his call-out as smart promotion and a clear message to the entire heavyweight division. Tyson Fury is being positioned as the fighter who is actively pushing the biggest fight in boxing history, creating pressure and excitement in equal measure. The narrative is now centered around whether Anthony Joshua accepts the challenge or continues to delay, while Tyson Fury stays ready and confident for whatever comes next.
So it's up to him. Tyson's signed, he's up for it, and he's ready to go.
When it comes to call-outs, that was quite an epic call-out by Tyson Fury. What did you make of it?
But AJ's here. I mean, he's come to watch it, and that's an appropriate moment to do that. This is called promotion. That's what it's all about. And Tyson called him out, and he either wants to do it or he don't want to do it. So one way or another, we'll find out very soon.
Tommy Fury stresses that the responsibility now sits entirely with Anthony Joshua, as Tyson Fury has already made his intentions clear. Tyson Fury is portrayed as fully prepared and eager to step into the biggest fight possible, while the delay is now seen as coming from the opposite side. The urgency is growing, with fans and fighters alike pushing for the moment these two heavyweights finally collide in the ring.
I mean, I hope so, but it is what it is. It's in AJ's corner now, so we're ready to go, we're ready to get in there, and I don't know, hopefully AJ's too, because that is the fight everyone wants to see, and we don't want to leave it any longer.
Spencer Brown adds even more hype to the situation, suggesting that major forces behind the scenes are working to finalize the biggest fight in boxing. Tyson Fury remains at the center of all speculation, with talks of massive platforms and global promotion building anticipation. The idea of a huge event is growing stronger, and fans are being led to believe that Tyson Fury's next move could define the future of heavyweight boxing on a worldwide stage.
Max, I know the fight will happen.
Definitely, this year.
Yeah, we're just baking the cake. It's going to happen.
Turkey.
You know what Tyson said? He just told you.
But Turkey suggested that it was going to be announced tonight, so is there a deal in place?
Oh, that's Turkey's business, isn't it? Not mine. But yeah, there's a lot I know, a lot I can't divulge, but I'm just going to say that this fight is going to happen. And the man behind it is Turkey Al-Sheikh, and the company behind it will be Netflix.
After everything in this build-up, one thing is completely clear: Tyson Fury is the man driving this entire heavyweight story forward. From call-outs to interviews to inside reactions, Tyson Fury has stayed active in shaping the biggest possible fight in boxing, while everyone else continues to debate and delay. Anthony Joshua is constantly mentioned as the missing piece, but the pressure is now fully on him as fans and fighters demand answers. Every voice in this script points towards one direction: a massive showdown that the whole world wants to see. Tyson Fury has already shown confidence, promotion, and readiness, while the noise around negotiations keeps growing louder. If this fight gets made, it will not just be another bout, it will define an era and possibly close the chapter on one of boxing's biggest rivalries. The question now is simple: does Anthony Joshua step up, or does this fight stay in talks forever? Tyson Fury has done his part, and the spotlight is burning brighter every day. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more UK boxing drama like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Right now, hit the like button and drop your opinion in the comments below. Who wins if Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua finally collide?